help support the markets that set up around folklore companies. And then this that Michael said will do two things, which is one, to walk with your own atmosphere, which ties into what he just said about making it a life practice or making it a daily practice. So I think those are the main takeaways. I would love to invite Persephone DaCosta and Sherley Davilmar to the stage. So, welcome. Sherley Davilmar is the artistic director and co-founder of Black Group Zetoile, a multicultural dance group that performs traditional Haitian dance with live drumming and percussionists. She was born in Haiti and immigrated to New York with her family when she was 4 years of age. She developed a love of traditional Haitian dance at age 11, but soon learned that many people in her community had turned away from their heritage. She founded La Troupe Zetoile in 2001, or co-founded, rather. And she studied with, Michelin Dance Company, or Dance with Michelin Dance Company, Laurentienne, Flamboyant Haitian Literacy, Creole Dance Collective. Those are the different people that she's worked with. And let's move to Persephone. Persephone is a Renaissance woman whose passion for the arts and her community has led her to utilize dance to preserve, educate, and celebrate arts from Africa and the Caribbean diaspora. Born of Trinidadian descent, she's focused on traveling to the Caribbean and Africa to bring to life on stage the commonalities of Caribbean folk, contemporary, and traditional African dance. She's currently the founder and artistic director of Batingwa Dance and Drum Productions LLC. Her choreography focuses on West African, Trinidadian, Jamaican, and Haitian dances. So they'll be talking about teaching and youth and community engagement. Yeah? Okay.
So I am an educator, as well as I am a high school dance teacher at Davilmar International Academy. Wear a couple hats. I am the cultural director possessing Flyers International and the director for Batingwa Dance and Drum Productions. I also do Batingwa Junior Dance Company, so I also work with youth group. So one of the questions we were asked about were challenges that we face, as well as how the youth kind of fits into folk and culture. I think I will start with challenges. As an educator, as someone who's young, I'm not an elder, I'm learning. Also, was not born in Trinidad, being born in the United States, but having parents of Trinidadian descent. Some challenges like just the being accepted and finding the validity in the work that I do. It was mentioned in a couple of the statements earlier, just trying to make our work valid for ourselves and not waiting for someone else to say that what we're doing is right. A lot of times I feel as an artist, I'm kind of just going on the fly. I believe that the culture, West African as well as Afro-Caribbean culture, is valid in its own. It's not taught in the schools. I am a certified dance teacher. It is not in the curriculum. The curriculum is ballet. It's modern. I'm lucky to be in a school where they don't care about dance. And so that's a good thing and a bad thing. So the bad thing is our kids are not getting structured curriculums. The good thing is they don't care, so I'm able to do West African and Caribbean every year. And so that's what I do, because no one really, they don't really see they don't ask me about curriculum. It's not like math, it's not like science, where they need to see. They don't really care what we're doing. And so I'm allowed to do what I want to do, and so I choose to wherever I go, where I study, I come back and I put it in the classroom. Someone mentioned us being researchers. That's something that I'm trying to do. So I set it as my mission that every year I'm either going to Africa or going to Caribbean to do my own research. Mm-hmm. So I do my own research and then I come back and I teach in the school system and I teach at Sesame, where I teach my group. The hard part about that is funding. You have to fund yourself. And so I apply for grants and things like that, but at the same time, you may not win it all. And my whole thing is, I don't care whether I win or not, I'm going. And so it's about prioritizing and saving the money. And a lot of times I try to get other people to come with me, but what I'm noticing is our people, we don't have that priority. We don't have our culture as a priority. The trips to Africa, it ain't us. I be there by myself. And it's people that don't look like us that are dancing in a circle. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the issue that I have is, why are we not invested in our own culture? And if we're not, then how do we expect the kids to? In schools, I get the same thing. I get this. Do we have to do this African stuff again? Now, mind you, I do West African, I do dance hall, I do Haitian folklore, I do Afrobeats, but anything of any culture, rhythm is all African to them. You know, and so that's an issue for me because yes, it's all based in stems from West Africa, but then there's a lot of differences, and I'm like, oh, this is not African. This is actually soca we're doing today. They like this. This is Haitian folklore we're doing today. Whole different dance. But for them, they're so blinded to it that they have no idea about the differences. They like the way the movement feels, which is good, but they're not interested now in the history, the culture behind it. And it's not their fault because we're not teaching it to them. And so I like to start in the school system because they have to do it. Because if they don't do it, I'm gonna fail them. And so that kind of gives them, they have to do it. And then with our children in the company that I work with, what I do with them is if you wanna do hip hop and you wanna do these things, you learn this first. So you start with West African, we can do ballet, I think all forms of dance are ballet. But they must learn their West African, and then we go from there. So that's kind of what I'm doing with my
Good evening, everybody. One of the challenges I face within doing Haitian folklore is that a lot of people don't consider me Haitian. Because of the simple fact that, I guess, within the Haitian community, the Haitian culture, if you don't have an accent, then you're not Haitian. I was born in Haiti, but came to New York at a very young age. I was raised here, so everything relating to Haitian culture, I learned in New York, Brooklyn. So one of the major challenges I faced was like, are you Haitian? I was like, yeah. I said, because I was born in Haiti. I was born in Sherley. That's considered the countryside in Haiti. So a lot of times when I go to perform or I go to do I go to a workshop or whatever, and they start asking me about, where are you from in Haiti? And I mentioned Jay, like, oh, you're gonna do voodoo today? I was like, okay. So to me, I feel like we lack in education when we're going to these workshops, when we're going to these classes. A lot of times they say, okay, we're gonna be doing this dance, but they don't explain what the dance is or where it comes from. So for me, a lot of times it's a major issue for me when I'm going to take when I started to take these classes, because I was starting to learn myself. So I found a lot of teachers, either they don't explain to you where the dances come from, or what the dances mean, or how you're supposed to move and what kind of expression you're supposed to do with these movements, because every dance tells a story. So I felt that, okay, I'm taking these classes, I'm paying for these classes, but I'm not getting what I need out of these classes. And as far as that, taking these classes, not just that, a lot of teachers hold back. I feel like a lot of Haitian dance teachers hold back just because they don't want to give you everything. And I actually, going back to what you said, I heard a comment like that one time when I went to take a class. And it was like, oh, I'm going to give them everything. They don't need to learn everything. But what's going to happen to you in a couple of years? What's going to happen? You're not going to be here forever. So what's going to happen to the dance? What's going to happen to the culture? Because I feel that we're supposed to be giving back to today's generation. I feel that if you're a teacher, your job as a teacher and educator is to give back, to give all you can to your students. So that's one of the challenges I face. Second challenge I face is, like I said, when we go do a lot of performances, people hire us to come and perform. They usually say, oh, we don't want you to sing a particular type of song. And I'm like, what? Like the song is part of the culture. Like you can't have Haitian drumming without Haitian songs. And they be like, okay, can you play the drums not too loud because we don't want to play too loud, I was like, did you hire us to do a job or not? Okay. So it's kind of like, I find like when you go to perform, there's a lot of people, oh, we're gonna do voodoo today, oh, please don't do this type of movement, don't wear this type of outfit, don't wear anything that's like anything that's like it's like a crop top, or we don't want that. And I found like, okay, if you're gonna hire somebody to do something, let them do what they know how to do best. And surprisingly, it's not, in white people or people of, Caucasian people, is people of Caribbean, Black people, it's Haitian people, our own people that tells us these things when we go out to perform. And a third challenge I face is people telling you how much they think they should pay.
Hello.
we're making, like, people call us and hire us to do performances and stuff. Can I get like 5 drummers and 10 girls for $200? And I want you to do 5 dances. It's like, okay. It's like, okay, you got to pay drummers, you got to pay dancers, and the time you put into costumes, the time you put into rehearsals, you don't see the behind the scenes. They think you just get up and dance. You don't know what it takes, to run a company, or what it takes to, have to deal with drummers, have to deal with dancers. So a lot of the times I get like so frustrated. I feel like this is what we're gonna do. Because at the end of the day, you put all your time and energy and effort into something, and people want to underpay you. And I feel like sometimes it's not, it's not white people, it's not Caucasian people, it's Haitian people, it's Caribbean people that always want to haggle and make a deal with you. So that's one of the many challenges I face. This is a question about getting the youth involved in what we're doing. A lot of times, like you said, if it's not hip hop, if it's not trap music, they don't want to be a part of it. And for me, I have a 17-year daughter. Now she's 17. So now she doesn't want anything to do with me dancing, drumming anymore. She want to live her own life. But I feel like as a parent, you should push your kids to do things, even if they don't want to do it. And I feel like, I used to take my daughter everywhere I went, from dance class to performances to anywhere that had to do with culture, I took her. So it was like, you had no choice. So at the end of the day, I had a choice. I didn't have a choice per se, because my parents were not into the Haitian folklore stuff. They actually didn't want me to do it. So they themselves were telling me to stop, what you doing, you should be concentrating on school, becoming a nurse, becoming a doctor, that's what you should be concentrating on. And to me, it was like, okay, but, what about my culture? What about, the Haitian culture? And it's something that, it was frowned upon in my house. So we couldn't dance Haitian music, not Haitian music, Haitian folk music. We couldn't, we even speak Creole really unless you do something bad. So you hear it. Because they were trying to learn how to speak English, so it was kind of like in the era of 1980s where, you had to learn English in order to, to work and do whatever you had to do. So Creole was not a priority, nor Haitian folklore was a priority in my house, so I seek to learn it on my own. And because I was raised in Haiti, I guess, I kind of missed out on all that. But one of the ways I feel very adamant about getting youth involved. That's why a lot of times when I do my workshops, as many of you guys know, I do a lot of workshops pertaining to Haitian dance, and it's usually centered around teens, because I feel that teens are the future. So if we don't start there, it's gonna be lost. What's gonna happen with the culture? Because we're all gonna go someday. One day or another, we're not gonna be there anymore. So then the culture is gonna be lost. So what I try to do when I do these programs, I try to get the kids in my community involved. I try to get my daughter's friends involved. That way I know if I get them involved, she'll be involved as well. And she has no choice. And I get their parents involved. So, I know we have a lot of work ahead of us, and it's not gonna be easy, but I feel that, it has to start somewhere. We have to start to do something.
I have questions about fusion, and so just to speak briefly on that, I think there's some positives and some negatives to fusion for me personally. I think fusion is a great thing, and it'll help us get the youth involved. However, I just think we need to be careful so that they understand the difference between traditional dance, contemporary dance, and we're mixing things together. And I think that's an issue in classes too. Like sometimes when I'm taking classes, I try to humble myself because I just feel like you can learn from anybody. I love taking classes so I can learn. But when you call it a fusion, I'm not really sure where is it from? What's the name? I need to know what's the name of the dance? Where does this dance come from? Or when they give it a name, it's really a fusion. And you took it from Dubai, you know that you're going to Dubai. So I think that part is dangerous because for even myself, someone who's learning, then we begin to get confused. I remember going to Ivory Coast and having this conversation with one of the elders. I studied with Rosemary, and I had to ask her, like, I'm confused because I was taught Timotei this way, and then I'll come back and I'll do it, and then Ivorian dancer or one of my teachers will be like, that's not Timotei. So then you're like, okay, wait. So I think that's dangerous in terms of not really teaching the correct answer. Well, you don't know. I do a lot of fusion, but I name it fusion. Like I would say, I'm taking part of this culture, I'm mixing with this, and I'm mixing with that. Because there's a lot of things that are similar, like we said earlier. So I think you can do it, but you have to be true to what you're doing. And then when it's traditional, it needs to be named traditional. When it's not traditional, we need to say that. But where I think the fusion works is, like I will do ballet to soca music in my class. And the reason being is because I have to teach them as part of the curriculum or whatever. If I don't do that, then sometimes it's not like, oh, they get learning positions or whatever. But the kids also don't want to listen to classical music either. And then for me, that's what I like to listen to. So, I just kind of feel like I'm still teaching them, but now we're able to listen to something different. You can do the same thing to trap music. I don't really like trap music, but you do the same thing to trap music. You do the same thing to hip hop, where you're beginning to allow them to fuse. I think when they also start to see, I used to do workshops where, how do you think that whole walk it out came from? Oh, it's an African dance step that it stems from, So when they begin to see that, then they get interested, like, oh, well, where did that step come from? And then you can get the projects on that. So I think fusion is a good thing. It just has to be used in the proper text. Because I'm sitting in Sesame Flyers, I have to say though, some of the projects that we're doing as well, like the Sesame Flyers, Carnival Dancers, that stuff is important. I know we talked about Labor Day on the road and kind of waving your flag and being Caribbean for that day. But I think what Sesame Flyers is doing is really great, not only because me and Kevin's doing it, but I think it's great because nowadays, that's how, like, people from Brooklyn, young people, my generation, we want to jump up. We hear soca music, we want to whine, we want to jump, we're going to jump and whine, here we go tonight. But what we're doing for the carnival dancers is, if they're carnival dancers, I know people know like what the carnival dancers are, but they go through like a 6-week training where they're learning. Like this year, they learned West African. We had a Tobago company that came in and they learned some Congo Belleair. So they're training them in those things. So they get to do the traditional, traditional African, traditional Caribbean, and contemporary dancing. So I think that's important as well.
Thank you, guys.